went to college at a place called MIT.
MIT.
I know how to spell it.
People don't usually like being corrected, but for recently retired Ford executive Mike O'Brien,
How much more fun did it make work?
Oh, immeasurably more fun.
you may have seen the Michigan native's name recently after his half a dozen whiteboards started picking up national attention. You see, he was with Ford for 32 years, but in the final decade, he became known around the office for keeping track of every time somebody slightly mixed up a commonly used phrase.
Someone said that I heard it through the grapefruit rather than saying I heard it through the grapevine.
By the time he retired at the end of February, Mike had 2,229 submissions on the list. Over the years, some of his favorites included, "It couldn't be further from the opposite," "We need to figure out what their secret sausage is," and occasionally they could be two phrases rolled into one, like, "We need to read between the tea leaves." But for the record, Mike swears it was not mean-spirited and everyone was in on the joke.
I would take my pen and I would click it with fairly, intentionally loudly, and then start writing down. Everyone would be snickering.
In fact, Mike was not safe either. Of the more than 2,200 on there, he contributed the third most verbal flubs.
You do it, I do it, everybody does it.
And even though the list is now retired too, while I was telling Mike how excited I was to send the story to my father, it seemed he was suddenly okay making an exception.
Like, Dad, this is the most up our alley of any alleys we've ever been up. And he
that might have made the board, by the way. It's more upper alley than any alley that we've ever been up.
Scared to say anything now? Mike says in the last month his coworkers have continued texting him board words, as they call them, and apparently some folks have even reached out about a potential book deal. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Daniel New.